2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm glad to be here covering this week's featured group, and what a pairing, as these two have been hinting at quite a budding rivalry here.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand, because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yes, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one, if you can win, will certainly build your confidence. Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf. Ooh, a 12-footer. Love to make a few of these today. Oh, that looks like Seabiscuit in his prime. An opening eagle to get the day started.
Cannot imagine a better way to start their round off with an opening eagle.
Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort, Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
And taking aim from around 100 yards here. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
Wow, very aggressive play on this approach, putting some pressure on their rival Brooke Henderson.
An opportunity for a birdie here. Okay, steady now. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
Oh, well done. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Now that looked pretty good the whole way. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 23 feet from the cup. Little birdie look in here.
That'll sting a bit. In she goes. Let's head to the next. The fourth hole, the first of the par threes on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par three, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par three.
Nicely done. Trying to get 2-3 under par with this putt. Just didn't drop. This is a par putt. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par fives on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left. That's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
Well, I know that we're in the booth and not right up close to it, but it doesn't take a smart person to work out that's not a nice lie.
Yes, this is like a big bowl of spinach salad. It's just gnarly in there.
Oh, a 9-foot chance here. Oh, so close. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. After that hole, they sit in second place behind the leader, Will Zalatoris. The 6th hole at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich. It's a challenging one, isn't it?
If you find the fairway off the tee here, you are an amazing human being. The fairway tilts from right to left very significantly. Holding the fairway is almost impossible.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
Wow, did this come out beautifully.
And this putt to move into a tie for first. This one started out on a good line. Beautiful shot. And that will take him to 3 under. Looking ahead now, and this player is currently tied for first in the standings alongside Will Zalatoris.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Lovely rhythm there, Rich. That's going to work every time. Time for the second shot here at the 7th. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. A wonderful shot here at the 7th and sets up another birdie chance. 11 feet to the cup.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Well, if you haven't felt snake-bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Leading by 3 strokes now. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
Going for less club here.
Left yourself an opportunity. What's in front of them, Henny?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Oh, that's a nice line. And that's going to come up short.
Downhill putt there, Luke. Just misjudged the pace there. Didn't want to be too bold with it.
Here we go, Rich. In the lead, late in the championship. It's exciting.
Yeah, but I like the position. I like being out in front. That forces the other players to come catch you. I like their position.
Sitting at 5 under for the day. Currently leading. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. This putt coming up is for birdie. We can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And that will move him to 6 under par. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. And you can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in two, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
That swing so pure, it reminds me of Adam Scott's. Playing from around 240 yards. This one's heading towards the rough, I think. Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in two.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Well, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like that. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. And with that hole done, this player currently is in first place, followed by Will Zalatoris. Ball looked a little thirsty. And here we are with the third shot. This one could take a little bounce to the left. He has this putt to save his par. Good looking putt. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. Sitting at -8 for the day. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
15 feet to the cup.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Just not enough gas.
It defies gravity, that one. That should have chased out more, but it didn't.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in two, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Good shot there, Beamer. This putt to get to double digits under the card.
A great opportunity here. This for eagle.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. And now that finds him in first place. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. That's disappointing. 5 feet coming up to the cup. That's frustrating. Putting for bogey here. Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Henny, how bad is this lie?
Guys, you know the worst lie you've ever seen? Yeah, times that by 10. This is nasty.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
Now from that lie, missing the green was always an option.
Ooh, that almost went down. It's just about 3 feet away. And after that fine effort, this player currently holds top spot on the leaderboard, but Will Zalatoris is second.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Not sure if that's what they're intending to do.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, but not so on this occasion.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? If he makes this, he'll save his par.
Surely it's going to.
And this one will be for bogey. Still in the lead now after that hole. The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the Snake Pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
This one is right down the pipe. This putt for him to win the event. And as that putt drops to the bottom, Rich, they are now the Valspar champion. What a performance.
Yeah, what a performance, what a win. I mean, just this player was just amazing all week long.
And Henny, that was some impressive play. To take down a rival of that caliber and to win the event, what a performance.
Oh, absolutely. They silenced the giant today. They got the job done against the odds. We shouldn't ever have doubted them. There was some spectacular golf out there, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Valero Texas Open. Today's coverage is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, great to be here. As this event kicks off, our featured group consists of 2 players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
Yes, extraordinary, isn't it, Henny? His goal is to take down Jon Rahm. Can anyone take down Jon Rahm?
I don't know. Let's analyse. Incredible driver of the golf ball, nice little baby fade. Incredible iron player, holds a ton of putts. And that short game, I really don't see any holes in that defence.
Absolutely. He's got the skill, doesn't he? But I think the most impressive thing is his will to win. We saw that when he won major championships, when he got to world number 1. This is a bold play by this player to try and take down one of the best players in the game. TPC San Antonio, Rich, is one of the stern tests on the PGA Tour, and you get an examination right out of the gates.
Second shot on this golf course, Luke, is one of the most difficult on this golf course. A deep bunker out to the right. The green runs away on the right-hand side. A tiny target for sure with the second shots.
That's a good-looking shot there. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Good putters will make these right on 5 feet.
Nice little par putt here.
Was on a good line. Yep, that's disappointing. Getting underway over par. That never helps.
Yeah, a bit of a rocky start, but let's face it, 17 holes left to play, Luke. There's lots of times to make up for that mistake.
Wow, that was just striped. Rich, if players are long enough and adventurous enough, they can go for this green in two. How hard's the approach?
The green sits well above the players, so getting it home in two and actually stopping it on the green, that's a tall order, except for the players that are the longest in the game. Anything coming up short left is a deep bunker. But to be fair, though, that's not a bad miss. Anything, however, going long, though, can be. The bunker behind the green is really, really ugly.
And he's down there. You got to read.
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill. Bit of extra juice needed.
I like that kind of fight. That shows resilience.
Well, that was a fantastic effort getting it up and down out of that bunker for the birdie.
Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt, as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Can't believe he did that. That drives you bonkers as a player.
Yep, you'll take that. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. The fourth is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. A birdie putt awaits. Ooh, right by the hole. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole.
They've got this to get into a tie with Rahm.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Well, TPC San Antonio gives you a few chances to get after the golf course, Rich, and right here at the 5th, there's a decision to be made off the tee.
This is an excellent opportunity to be brave, knock it on with the driver. If you lay back with an iron, a very straightforward pitch, but I just don't see the players wanting to lay up.
That's some good golf right there. Second shot here on the 5th. Nicely done. There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
With a hold putt here, he'll put some airspace between himself and Jon Rahm, maybe angering the Spanish bull a bit.
Ouch, that hurts. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. And he finds himself in a tie for third. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly. But still, going in with a short iron into this par 4, a birdie is definitely makeable.
He's found the surface. Good chance here. And this putt for first place on the leaderboard. big chance here. That's a great attempt from long range. So close. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front centre of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the third hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area. It will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
This would be a great up and down. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 27 feet from the cup.
Six feet remaining to the cup.
That starts off on a good line.
Oh, he's up, Tiger. This putt here for double bogey. Make sure you make this one. Tony Finau is currently on top of the leaderboard here. And coming off a double bogey, you'd imagine their heads down a bit. Time to just clear that from the mind. Not bad. Second shot here on the 8th. Oh, that was a little loose, wasn't it? Getting ready to play their third. Just 3 strokes back. Playing their 4th shot. 3 behind our leader. Straight out of the top draw.
Great touch.
And currently leading this tournament is Tony Finau. Lovely play. The closing hole on this front 9 at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. Oh, come on, you're better than that. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
A little bit of breeze ruffling the old hair, and it's coming straight on.
Going with the 7. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. This putt to join those amongst the top 10 on the leaderboard. Okay, steady now. Putting for a par now. Okay, let's head to the next. As players make the turn, they find themselves on the tee at the 10th.
Generous driving area on this downhill par 4 that doglegs slightly from left to right. Second shot will be back up the hill to a green that's well protected by 3 bunkers. This is a good birdie opportunity if you find the fairway.
Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface.
Really controlled the flight there nicely with that wind.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
Yep, tracking nicely.
A well holed, he'll take the birdie. And he'll move into the top 10. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
The wind is at their back on this one.
Going with the pitching wedge here. And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. That's on the green, but still a fair way from the hole. And this putt to move into the top 5. Just didn't drop. This is a bogey putt coming up. And down it goes. And a little slide down the leaderboard happening. Make sure you respond quickly. Birdies are good. Harness them. Block the bogeys. They're bad. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
This is looking around 115 yards out.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them. Ooh. This putt is for a spot inside the top 10. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And what a way to jump into the top 10. 13's a long par 3, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. Come up short, and those bunkers, well, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
And he needs this to save par. That was a gallant attempt. It's just about 3 feet away. In she goes. Let's head to the next. What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
Opting for the 5-wood. As soon as that left the club, you knew it was going left. And here we are with the 3rd shot. And just about 8 feet left to the hole. Oh, so close. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
Playing from around 160 yards.
Pretty good wind back into the player's face.
This one might just sneak off the fairway. Getting ready to play their 3rd. 5 strokes behind our leader. Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
It's Tony Finau who currently leads. As we find ourselves at the 16th, the par 3. Great entertainment here, Rich, especially with the centre bunker.
Love this hole. Probably my favorite one on the golf course, even with that bunker in the middle. The back portion of this green actually is an amphitheater, so anything missing a little bit long on both sides should wander back onto the green.
Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
Yeah, Wynn took that one offline in a hurry.
Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
That's frustrating. Putting now for a bogey. Trailing by 7 after that hole. As we get down the stretch here at TPC San Antonio, there's a number of options that can be taken. This 17th's a fascinating hole.
Luke, if it's playing downwind, a driver is a must. If it's back into the wind, take out the iron for safety.
And this from the greenside rough. Didn't that look good for a long time? And a chance for a spot in the top 20 on the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Sometimes you hit some good ones, sometimes you hit some bad ones. Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
He is not going to like this one bit. This is what bad lies are made of.
The lies aren't too bad here in the first cut of rough. Going with the 8-iron here. Time now for the 4th shot. Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. Oh, just missed. This putt is for a final score of 76. And that brings to an end his event. And as we recap all our rivalry results, it's a big thank you to our gal on the ground, Henny Koyak, for bringing us all the action from this group today.
Luke, thank you so much. I'm not sure anyone enjoyed watching these incredible rivalries out on the course more than me. A pleasure, as always, to tread the fairways.
UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Legends Championship is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, really looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with their playing partner this week.
Well, Henny, it sounds like he's trying to beat Lydia Ko, which I'd say is a big NO. What do you think?
I could not agree more. Oh, it's going to be so tough to beat Lydia. She doesn't hit it very far. Don't let that fool you, though. I have never seen a player wield hybrids the way that Lydia does. She can stick them to 5 feet in a heartbeat.
Oh, she's a delightful young woman, is Lydia Ko, but she's got an assassin of a game. If you stand in the way of those fairways and greens, you are going to get killed. Okay, let's take it down to John McCarthy, who seems to be hiding behind a tree here. John, you've been getting familiar with this golf course. What will the players be dealing with this week at Lone Grove Golf Course?
Well, Luke, as I walked the course, checking it out this morning, the one thing that is immediate is this course is full of elevation changes. Not only throughout the holes either. It's like even when you get to the greens, the elevation changes can get you. These greens are dynamic, and that is putting it very lightly. you really have to plan out your approach shots into these greens and make sure you don't leave yourself in trouble. Some of these greens can straight up reject a poorly executed approach shot just from the contours of the green alone. Other times you may leave yourself on like the wrong shelf of a green, making the next putt nearly impossible. These greens can really play tricks on you here at Lone Grove Golf Course, and I'm looking forward to see how the players deal with it today.
Trying to shake off the bogey on the last hole as they step onto this tee. Choosing the 9-iron here.
They've chosen to club down here.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Ouch, that hurts. Putting for a bogey.
It's looking solid.
And that putter's hold, and that means it's back-to-back bogeys, unfortunately.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that. That swing reminded me of smooth jazz. Great rhythm.
Well, Rich, it's only mid-season, but you've got to like the way the player has been performing so far.
Yeah, look, this player has played so solid all year long. It's well within the top 125. I don't see any issues of this player not making it to the Tour Championship. I'd safe to say they're going to go ahead and move on.
Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
Ooh, right by the hole. Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard. And that'll move him to even par for the tournament.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Oh, that was pure. Second shot here on the 5th. Fairways and greens. Easy game, isn't it?
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Oh, nice looking putt. Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot. Currently on top of things as it stands. Here at Lone Grove Golf Course, the 6th hole is a par 4 measuring a decent 465 yards, Rich, all the way back there at the tips.
No bunkers on this tee shot. Plenty of room to hit it both right and left. But if you miss it wide one direction or another, you're going to find all kinds of troubles with those tall trees. Just that one bunker that fronts the left-hand side of the green here. Again, though, a lot of runoff areas around this green makes that second shot so much more difficult to get it close.
Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. A share of top spot on the leaderboard awaits if they can make this putt.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Well, that'll play. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. We have a par 3 on this one. That reminded me of the Big Easy. Silky smooth. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
putt is underway.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. Currently 1 under for the tournament. Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test. This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. Rich, we saw it right throughout Tiger Woods' career. Just epic shot after epic shot. What was the best shot you ever saw Tiger hit?
We were playing in 2002 in the Grand Slam of golf over in Hawaii. Justin Leonard, Davis Love, Tiger, and myself. And we, on the second day, the wind's blowing at a pretty good clip on the par 5. I think it was number 7. And you had to bust 2 shots to get there. Nobody, I mean, it was nearly impossible. And in fact, it was impossible 3 out of the 4 of us to get it home in 2. Well, Tiger gets up there on this par 5 the second day. And he's already leading by like 800, I think. And he drills one right down the middle. I lay up with a 3-wood. That's how hard it's blowing. I lay up with a 3-wood to about 70, 80 yards. And this little green is a little peninsula. It kind of goes from left to right, a little bit of a fade if you're a right-handed player, with water on the front part of the green, and the pin's over in the back right. And he gets up there and smokes driver off the deck into about a 25-mile-an-hour wind to about 6 feet away. And I look over at my caddy and I go, is this for real? I mean, are you sure that we're not in a video game right now? Because that's just not possible. I mean, it literally, the second shot off the deck with the driver was hit about forehead high and traveled about 270 into the wind. And the ball just kind of hung there, seemingly just about 20 feet off the ground, just hung there. And kept hanging, kept hanging, kept hanging, and fell right exactly where he wanted it to. It was unbelievable. And at that moment in time, you kind of sit there and look at yourself on the inside and you go, whew, I don't have that shot, and I don't even know how to make up for a shot like that I don't have. You just knew that you're just kind of sitting there watching something that nobody else in the game can do. It's phenomenal.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. That is absolutely brilliant.
Heck of a shot, setting up almost a guaranteed birdie.
And that makes him tied for first.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Needs this to kick a bit left. Unable to find the green on this one.
And coming up well short.
How close was that to going down? Putting for par. Currently 1 under for the round. 12th hole here at Lone Grove Golf Club. 543 yards, par 5.
Again, no bunkers off the tee shot here, Luke, though, but anything missing out to the right or even far left, you're just going to have all kinds of problems. Second shot down the hill to a green that's surrounded by water in the front, bunkers both left and right. I love this golf course. I love the beauty of it, but I got to say, it is a really difficult course.
That might be one club too many. Yep, that shot safely on the green. Now, this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits. That'll sting a bit. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 2 under. And after that hole, he's no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone. That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. Henny, what's the player facing here?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Yeah, that one will play. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Setting up this putt 20 feet from the cup. He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh, I like the look of this. Oh, what an excellent time to make a big putt like that. And you bet their rival knows just what happened. Leading by a couple after that hole. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. Now this one looks to be heading down the runway. Second shot here on the 14th. Lovely effort that. And here we are with the third shot. He's got a two-stroke buffer. That's a high-quality recovery shot.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Putting for birdie here. Just building upon his advantage. He keeps making the important plays. And that will take him to 4 under. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Let's see what happens here on the 15th. That was wonderfully done. Don't overclub when playing to a green well below your feet. It's always a smart play to club down a bit. That approach didn't seem to fit their eye.
A bit short with that effort.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup. This one to save par.
Ooh. Just a short putt remaining here. And the putt drops, now at 3 under, heading down the stretch.
And just with the slimmest of leads out there, Luke, this will be interesting to see how they handle the pressure.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
This one needs to kick left and kick left hard.
Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet. And nice effort from him. He bounces back from the bogey at the last hole. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Time to face a par 4 now.
How is he going to play this? Lay back or go for it and extend his lead?
Here we are in the fairway bunker. Can they execute a good shot? What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. This would be a great up and down. Well, that's an impressive little chip.
Judging it beautifully.
Let's see if he can make this and keep the par on the card. So, still currently in the lead after that hole, but Tiger Woods is lurking in second place. And now this player tees off their final hole of the event with the lead. Oh, what a shot by our leader.
Luke, that one was humongous.
As Tiger would say, wait. That's not the shot they're after.
Airmailed the green with that approach.
Oh, come on. This would be a good one to hole. A chip for the tournament. And with this putt, he will win the event. Okay, steady now. Here's what's left to win the Legends Championship. I love occasions like this. You're literally seeing a player's life change right there.
It's just one of those things, because you know how it's going to affect him going forward. And it's not just the money. It's not just the cars, you know, or the trashed hotel rooms. I mean, it's not any of that. But it helps, right? You know what I'm saying?
Well, Rich, this is a feeling only a few people, including yourself, know. A major title here on the PGA Tour.
Life-changing indeed, Luke. Awfully impressive with how this player handled themselves coming down the stretch. Great victory. Congratulations.
Well, that was a thrilling day. And on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time.